You are having problem just like I did years back when I was learning how to trade the market. I have three things for you to remember. This will help you to easily maneuver this market. First thing is to know your kill zone. Second thing is to know how to plot your Fibonacci. And the third thing is to know when to trade. Visit the London, the New York session. Join me and let's see how it goes. Okay, here's the technique. Here's the big and real deal. There are a lot of ICT things and ICT ideas of how to run the market, of how to analyze the market. But I'm keeping it short here though. So let's say we take a pair like ABP USD, right? Pound USD. First thing you need to do as a beginner is to check here your time zone, come down to your time zone. It should be UTC -4. For you to get this strategy right, it should be UTC -4, New York time, no matter your area. That's it. Second thing is to use our indicator. I'll show you how to do it. This indicator, normally I already have it here. It's called KS boxes. Okay. But let's do it again. Okay. So normally you come to indicator here, you click indicator. Okay. There are a lot of indicators here, but you need to go to this indicator. You can just search it here. ICT kill zone boxes. Okay. Don't forget there are a lot of ICT kill zone boxes, but you come to this one with the name Bryce WH is 3.1K users as of this time that I'm recording this video. I'm sure it's going to go up by the end of this video, maybe. Okay, because it's very popular. Okay, so you come here, you click this one, and yeah, you're going to have it in your dashboard. Okay, it's going to be at the top left of your dashboard. So what do? Normally you come to this with your cursor and you go to settings. Settings, you go there to adjust things. Okay, but normally I already have it in my box. Okay, now you can't see it because we are on the one time, we're on the daily trend, right? On the daily time zone, we're on the daily candlestick. So let's say we go to the hourly candlestick. Okay, so you come here to this little D here. This is trading views. Okay, and then you go down. Let's say we go to hourly. If we go to hourly, you're gonna see it. Okay, yeah, you're gonna see it. Let me get this out of the way. Take this out. These are all analysis I've been doing on JBP USD. Okay. Okay. So these things are called kill zone. Okay. This color you see here, it's kill zone. It's where the market is very, very, very reactive. So let's do this. Okay. So you get your kill zone or your KS box, right? By Bryce WH. You're gonna see it there in your indicator. What do you do next is you come to setting. Okay. I have already set everything up. Okay. But normally when you do it, you're going to see all this ticked. You untick everything here and let just the middle and the fill middle. Okay. You let just the fill middle here and fill middle. There are like two fill middles. This is the only thing you should allow tick here. And then you come down, you allow that level on price scale and value in status line, right? You allow that to tick, okay? And then you come and tick fill middle. That's all you're supposed to do. And this is where the magic starts, okay? So after you clicked it, what do? Input, everything stays the same. But if your input is not same, you can just toggle and get mine. Okay. So normally we'll be trading just the London and the New York session. Okay. So we are trading just the London and the New York session. So what do you need to do? You come here and you put 2 a.m. for the London session. Okay. And you put 7 p.m. a.m. Same thing for the New York session. Okay. That's the open time. And that's also the open time for the New York session. And then you do 5 p.m. Okay, same thing here, and 10. Okay, so when you've done that, it's set. Okay, here you just need to come and change this. It's set. Your style, just the fill middle, and your levels. Visibility is just how you want it to be seen. Okay, it's not a big deal. You can always edit and make it brighter or not brighter. Okay, depends on you. Okay, but you've done this, you've set everything up, okay, and you see it in your chart. Normally, you can close it up if you don't want to see it, okay, and you can turn it on if you want to see it, okay. So when you've done that, oh, someone is sending me a message, okay. So what happens after you've done that? Let me mute a little bit. Okay, so what happened after you've done that? Normally, I showed you when you do it on a day time frame, you can't see much. You can't see it. Okay, because trading, you zoom out and then you zoom in. Okay, I'll talk about that another day to see the market trend. But normally in trading, you zoom out and then you zoom in to carry out your trade. Okay, as a day trader. Okay, so yeah, this is it. Let's go to 1 hour. Okay, we can even go lesser than 1 hour. Okay, let's say 30 minutes. Okay, it's going to be the same thing. Okay, it's going to be the same thing. So there's a trader called Grave. Is it Grave or Grace? Grace, I think Grace FX, something like that. Grace X or Grave. I forgot. Okay, but you take this llZone, you can turn it off to turn it off. Right? You can also turn it off. Okay, so normally this llZone, it's where the market is very reactive. And what do you want to do in this llZone? What do you want to do in this llZone? You want to make decision. Okay, you want to make decision just looking at the candlestick. Okay, and he says most of the time this happens. You're going to get the biggest trade during this time. Okay, not all the time. Okay, but during this time it's easy for you to have a big trade, and this is how you're going to kill the market. Okay, there's no trading strategy that is 100% correct, but with this, you have a 90% chance, okay? And you won't see a lot of red in your statement, in your trading account, okay? Let's go. So the first thing is this llZone. This one, it's the London session, and this is the New York session. So what do you have to do? Make sure the low of the day is in the London session, okay? Make sure you try to look for the low and high of the day in the London session. What do I mean? So come to these colors, okay? Just come and look at these colors. Look at this one. This is London. This is London too, okay? This is London, okay? This is London, okay? The green is New York. So always make sure you mark the low and high of the day in London session. So normally we are not trading the London session. What we do is we are going to trade the New York session. Okay. So you make sure you mark the low and high of the day in London session. Okay. So let's see. This is an example. Okay. You come here. This is the low and high of the day. Let's say we take in 16. Okay. we're taking 16. This is day 16, right? Let me zoom in for you to understand. So this is the high during the London session. Okay, you can see the red line, and this is, let's say this is the low here. Okay, this is the high and this is the low. Okay, let's enlarge it again just to make it clear. So this is the high. Let me label it. Let me label it so that you understand. High, high, and this is low. Okay, so this is high, this is high, this is low. Okay, we took it from this London session of day 16. Okay, and we are on the 30-minute time frame. Okay, so this is the high of the London session. Okay, and this is the low. Let's take the last candlestick before it breaks out. Okay, so what do you do? Okay, you ignore this trading in the London session and you focus on your New York session. Okay, this is because the high and low of the day will indicate the kill zone that you're going to use in the New York session. So what do? You wait when it enters the London session. Remember, this market was going down. So what do you do next? You take your Fibonacci. Okay, where's my Fib? Or you take your Fibonacci and you put it through the high and low of that day. You can even take it here. You can put it here as the low of that day. Okay, here's a good example. This is the high and this is the low. What do? You wait for the market to retrace back. Sometimes you wait for it to retrace 50%, or if you want to go to discount level, you can wait for it, but sometimes it doesn't go to discount level. But you wait for it to go to 50% of your fee here, around 70, around 50 here, or maybe 60, or maybe C or 7.70, right? And you follow the trend of the market, which is sell, right? The trend of the market normally was sell. This was just an impulse market, right? Maybe, right? So you look for 50% or more, and you place your sell trade because this market was coming down anyway. How do you know the market was coming down? Because during, let me take this out, during the London session, it showed that already. Okay, during the London session, it showed that already. Okay, how do you know this market was going down? Because during the London session, it went up, right? It went up at the beginning of the London session, it went up. And what happened? It came down. Okay, so you need to wait for it to retrace on your feet. Can be 50% or less, or even more. Okay, if you can hold, right? And you take your sell. Sometimes you do 1:2. You don't need to do a crazy, ratio. Just do 1:2 and you get out of the market. And this is how you can succeed in this market. Okay, so you always try to do your fib. Okay, you do your fib. You come here, the third icon on your trading view. You click it. You go to fib retracement. You take your fib, plot it towards the high and the low. You can plot it towards the low of this day. Where is the low? The low, let's say we take the low from where the market stopped during the kill zone or the London kill zone. Right? You place it there. So this is the high, this is the low. You can wait for it to retrace 50%. Okay, or maybe you wait for it to go further to 70. Okay, to a very, very good discount price, and then you take your sell. Just imagine this trade here. Imagine you've made something already, and this happened during the New York session. Okay, this is the way in which you can succeed in this market. It's going to happen most of the time. Okay, it's going to happen most of the time. Yeah, so most of the time, it's not like every day, but most of the time. So if you notice it in every key zone, even the key zone for the 17. Okay, let's see. This market came down, right? And it started going up, right? So we take, let's do it here. This is high and low. We take this is high, the high here, and the low here. Okay, or if you want to go down, you can go down to this one, but break it, continue by. Okay, so we can take this one here, high and the low. What happens? You wait for your London session to close. Okay, this is Q zone, so it goes up and hit. Okay, so now you're waiting for a 50% discount to continue up, right? Because this was an upward trend. So what happened? You don't need to look at the whole market. Okay, that's another thing. So what happened? You take your fib. Remember, you come here, you take your fib, put it the high and the low. Okay, here is the high of the market and for the low or the high if it's a buy market. Okay, here is it. What did I say? There is the low, here's the high. What did I say? When it's gone up, you wait for it to retrace, okay, during the London session. And during the retracement, you can do 50%, 60%, okay, but if you do 60%, it's good, but sometimes the market doesn't go to that discount point, right? And you see here, it even went to 90 or 70 something percent, I think maybe even more, okay? So just imagine you placed your trade here. It's going to shoot up, see? And now it's shooting up, okay? So this is how you can win in this market. Here is another example. Here is another example. This is just for GBP USD. You can do it with other pairs. You can do it with other pairs. This is how I do to win most of my trade. Not all my trades though, most of my trade. Okay, this is how I do to win them. Okay, this is, I've done 16, I've done 17. If you want us to go to 15, we can do same. If you want us to go to 14, we can do same. You just plot the high and low of the day. Okay, sometimes it's not going to go well, but most of the time it's going to go well. In a week, you may have 4 wins. Okay, in a week you may have 4 wins, and it's not all the time you will see this happening. Okay, so you need to wait. Okay, you have to wait for the retracement to take place to a 70 or 50% discount if you think you can hold a negative trade. Okay, but if you cannot, then you wait to a 70% discount and the retracement happens. Just do your 1:2 and you get out of the market. Don't take time to like get all the crumbs out of the market. Next video, I'm going to tell you about how to look at the market. Okay, remember I told you zoom out and then you zoom in. But today I just wanted to give this ICT kill zone by Bryce WH, which you can use to understand the market. Okay, summary is just go to your indicator, search ICT kill zone boxes. You set it up just like how I have done here. You go to style, you unbox everything except fill middle, and the labels. You keep that. The last two, you take it, but you unbox the fill labels. You come to your input. Okay, we're using just the London and the New York session. Okay, the London session opens at 2. You put 2 a.m. You can put 1 also. And then llZone for New York session, 7. Okay, the closing time, you let it be, and you're good to go. When you see this color, just know it's London. You wait for it, and you wait for a retracement to happen, and you are good to go. Okay, it's not all the time, but most of the time you're going to see it. It's not all the time, but most of the time you're going to see it. Just plot in the high and low during the London session, and you try to do your Fibonacci retracement 50% if you can hold a negative trade, or maybe 80% or 70% if you cannot hold. And you wait for the retracement to get in, you put your buy limit, and you do your 1:2, you hit the market and you out. You don't need to do a crazy ratio. Tomorrow is another day. Thank you very much. Looking forward to my next video. If you think you want me to talk about something else that you don't have clarity, let me know. I'm here to bring clarity to the game. All these creators and ICT gurus keep making it difficult for us to understand. This is the first step for me breaking that gatekeeping. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.